Hey everybody, it's Mark, Mr. Bookaboo here, and I'm back from Brick Rodeo. So this past week I was at Brick Rodeo. What an amazing event. The fine folks down in Texas sure do know how to put on a show. Had a great time, got to meet a lot of you. Got to spend some time hanging out, exhibited some of my mocks, and I just had a fantastic time. If you're ever able to go, highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. They had some awesome, this is just some of the cool stuff that I got. Some of the brick badges. They had some amazing swag bag. But really, it's really about the friendships and it's the camaraderie and sharing ideas and learning and getting all that fun stuff. And Brick Rodeo knocks it out of the park. So big shout out to them. Like I say, awesome experience. So what's new this week? Well, I was in Texas, so I didn't get a whole lot done. But coming back from Texas, I had a lot of time on the flight to think and ponder and wonder. We're still working on the mountain over here. And actually, what I really want to talk to you about today, which is something we actually talked a lot about at the conference, was, what do you do when you get stuck? What do you do when things are, you're working on it and you're going, yeah, you're moving along, but it's not quite what you had hoped for? Well, I'm here to tell you that it's okay to start over. It's okay to tear it all down and rebuild it. It's okay to, modify it. It's okay to stop building it and do something else and come back to it later. And so with this mountain, if you'll remember, we've been kind of talking about it. I walked you through last time kind of the thought process here. And so this was one of the sides here that I was working on. And so I started building it up. I love, me and my burps. I love using the burps. It's really good. It helps visualize in my mind the how the mountain's going to take shape. And it really works for me. However, I was kind of not so happy with the big gray wall syndrome, right? We've seen that a lot in the past. I struggle with that because I tend to be very monochrome with my color palette with things. My retaining walls initially were pretty much light bluish gray with just a tiny little bit of dark bluish gray accent. And of course the black railings on top, but that was it. And then I kind of slowly started to add, more plants, flowers, even more texture and things. And even with these, I would like to add some more different color gradation and stuff, use some different colors and things. So I do plan to experiment with that. But this was really kind of bothering me as I was thinking about it, as I was looking at mocks and creations in Brick Rodeo, how the color just really seems to pop. It really draws your eye. It really attracts. And so again, as I was flying back and forth, I was pondering this, thinking about it and said, maybe we're going to start over with this. So I'm going to show you what I've been doing. So we have down here on the floor, because you know me, if I'm not building on the floor, it just doesn't feel right. Even though I have a build table, I always end up on the floor. I don't know why. So this is kind of my take at kind of trying over. It's starting over. So you can see this is the original, which I still have. And yes, I'm notorious for starting a new one without taking apart the old one. That I do a lot of, but it's okay. If you have the pieces, hey, why not, right? Because I kind of liked the shape of the old one. And so that's what I'm kind of mimicking here. But what you'll see is we're starting to add a little bit of color. We're starting to add a little bit different, color palette in here to make this kind of pop a little bit more. So the structure is basically the same. These are corner burps as I spin it around. So we have the corner burps and then the regular burps here, but what I'm trying to do is just, add a little splash of color. This is just the early stages of that. So these, as you can see, this is just light bluish gray, 1x1 tiles, 1x1 round, or 1x1 plates, 1x1 round plates. And then just a little bit of green here. We're gonna add some plants to this as well. Some of y'all had some great ideas for doing more texturing and things, which I'm going to try to incorporate. So I appreciate that. And also, as you're watching this, if you have ideas for me, please give me the ideas because I need them. What I'm thinking of doing is adding more color. So I've actually just placed a large bricklink order, trying to get some more different color plates that I can put in here and intersperse. I'd like to get some like dark tan, some regular tan. I got some dark orange, which I think will look really nice because Rodeo has really inspired me with the dark orange. I got some medium nougat, those types of colors. I'm going to try to kind of intersperse that a little bit more. I'm not sure how it's going to look, but we're going to try it, right? We're going to just kind of see where it goes. We'll just kind of slowly go into that. And I'll actually show you, because I actually have done this before in the mountains, and I kind of like the effect. So I'll show you we'll go over there in a minute to the old mountains, and we'll take a look at how this color gradation happens. But then also this is kind of new for me here with the green. I haven't done that a lot. I've typically just planted plants, you know, just like flowers or little green leafy plants, or of course those pine trees, which are awesome. The little miniature pine trees where you take the plant pieces and you flip them upside down and put them on a post. Those are really great. But this is actually trying to get more where like the ground is actually going to be green as well, right? For some of these mountains and stuff. If you look at the mountains in real life, they're all different colors. So you have browns and greens and grays where the rock is exposed. And the mountains aren't always fully exposed, rock like this dark bluish gray would be. So let's go. And then of course this is built up on the Mills plate, this expanded Mills plate, which is 2 bricks tall. It's going to basically be very similar. It's going to mesh up with the mountain over here as well, or with the mountain. It's all the mountain. It's going to mesh up with the tunnel over here as well, which I'm still trying to figure this out. This one, actually, the tunnel might get a stud wider on each side. And the reason for that is actually, let's see if I can balance, is actually because, so things like this kind of bother me as I build. So the spacing here is actually 5 studs, so it's actually off. It's not 4 or 6, it's an odd number. So this is something that kind of was going to bug me. So I'm probably going to make the tunnel portal just 1 stud wider on each side, so that this rock work on the side here is only 4 studs wide. So then I can easily plate over that and not have, they don't make 5 wide plate. Well, they do make 5 wide 1 by plates, but not, 4 by or 5 by whatever depth you need. 5 by 16s would be nice, wouldn't it? So this way, that's going to hack this. So this will be reworked as well. But this is all part of the process. It's part of the fun. And again, that's kind of the point of this video, is to just say to you and to everyone, it's okay. It's okay if you start over. It's okay if you realize you get halfway done with it and you realize, I goofed up or I'm not happy with it. You can change it up. You can mix it around. It's Lego. That's the beauty of it. You can totally change it and rebuild it and come up with something else until you are happy. And so that's all part of the fun, for me at least. Okay, let's take a look at that mountain over there. All right, this was one of the latest, I would say, mountains that I built. And you can see how I've added the light bluish gray into there. Now this is more solid than what I'm doing right now. Right now I'm kind of making it more jagged and broken, where it's almost like a rock slide or something. This is actually more like the rock faces is what I was trying to accomplish with this. And I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. I think there's room for improvement, maybe interspersing some more dark bluish gray into the light bluish gray as a mix. And so I might, again, try to experiment a little bit more with that. But I can also start to see where you could put in more of the dark tans, the dark orange, the medium nougats, to kind of gives a little bit even more variation, even in these areas or in other areas on the mountainside. Same thing over here, with the Monkey Kids set kind of hanging up in the sky here. I kind of did a little bit of that here where the entrance is, and it's kind of a broken, jagged, entryway into this little portal, which is supposed to kind of teleport you up to these upper plateaus. Very similar type of idea. And even, of course, we do have down here on the floor conveniently, this is the Hogsmeade that I was working on. This one, I didn't quite finish it in time to display it, but I still intend to work on it at some point. But even this with the interspersed snow, where this is kind of designed to be more at a higher elevation, the whole thing. And so you can see like the snow pieces moving down into all the way down to actually the actual like building level as well. So lots of different things that you can do. And also you can see we've made 0 progress in the city since I've been out of town, but that's okay too, right? I'm waiting for the old engine shed. That should be showing up any day now. Ironically, my Black Falcon Castle showed up, and I thought for sure the engine shed would be with that. It wasn't, but that's okay. It'll show up eventually. It's still in the warehouse at Lego. I don't know what they're doing over there. And then we can just quickly take a peek though, because I know y'all love to take a look at the city, right? So here's kind of, again, not a whole lot has changed. We're still kind of working, especially in this area here. I'm hoping to get in here soon and get more work done. I really want to get the lights set up, at least on this half of the town, so that I can light up something to show people, because people come in there and say, oh, I want to see the lights. And I'm like, oh, they're not hooked up yet. But I will be doing a video on that as well, showing you how we hook up the lights underneath the layout so that you can see how everything kind of all comes together. And with that, that is this week's update. So Thank you for all the comments, the feedback, subscribing, following me. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you wouldn't mind, if you like what I'm doing here, if you wouldn't mind just sharing it, just take this, you can share the links, you can share it on Insta, you can share it out, however you do that. That'd be fantastic. I'm getting really close to 17,000 subscribers. And so I would love to hit that number maybe this week, maybe next week. That'd be really cool because I've been kind of creeping up that way. It's just one of those milestones. It's just, it helps me, it encourages me to know that y'all are watching and appreciate what I'm doing, and it makes me want to keep doing it. So I'm just really grateful for all of you. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with more on this mountain. We'll see how this thing takes shape. All right, take care. Bye.